Dear students, today we will discuss about lesson plans in mathematics. NCF 2005 position paper on mathematics education begins with the following words. The main goal of mathematics education in schools is the mathematization of the child's thinking. Clarity of thought and pursuing assumptions to logical conclusions is central to the mathematical enterprise. In the vision statement, NCF clearly states that school mathematics takes place in a situation where children use abstractions to perceive relationship, to see structure, to reason about things, to argue the truth and falsity of statements. A good classroom should provide opportunities for learner for constructing knowledge individually or as a group through interactions with the environment and others. For such a classroom, lesson plan should provide space for engage, explore and extend their knowledge for new situations. A 5E approach introduced by Roger Bebe is the most suitable one for such a classroom. The 5 E's are engage, explore, explain, extend or elaborate and evaluate. We will discuss each component with a suitable example through a lesson plan for 9th standard on the topic surface area of a right circular cone. The learning objectives formulated in the lesson plan are: the students will be able to recognize the plane figure or phases that make up right circular cone, deduce the formula for total surface area of a right circular cone, solve the problems related to surface area of right circular cone. In the first stage, that means engage phase, teacher assesses the previous knowledge of the learner and helps them become engaged in a new concept through the use of short activities that promotes curiosity and elicit prior knowledge. The aim is to organize students' thinking toward the learning outcomes of the current activities. A brainstorming problem or an activity which leads to a problematic situation can be used in this part. The problem should be challenging, age appropriate and also relevant to the topic. If it is a problem based on the day-to-day life of learner, it will be well and good.
I would like to tell you about one of the today's incident. When I was in the staff room, Bhargav of class 8 had come to me and he came and he said, sir, for the coming annual day we are going to do a skit for which they need some 5 joker caps. Do you know all joker caps, right?
Yes, sir.
And they have decided to prepare those joker caps themselves. And he asked me, sir, how much sheet is required to make 5 such caps? Then I asked him, so like what are the dimensions of the caps you require? What is the size, height and you require? He said, sir, we require the joker caps of height say 24 centimeter and take width around some 14 centimeter. He said me the dimensions. Then he said, sir, I need 5 such caps, we need to prepare them. So tell me the amount of sheet we require. You understood that?
Yes, sir.
You know what I did? I just said him, you just go to any of your class 9 students and you go and ask them, they'll help you. You are all 9th standard students, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. If the same student is coming to you and is asking you to help him, like how much sheet is required to make 5 such joker caps with the height of 24 centimeter and width of 14 centimeter, how do you help him? So let us look at the problem once.
Yes.
Yes, students, can you see the problem? Yes, it's on the screen. Now, a joker's cap and it is clearly of the form right circular cone. So you know what is a right circular cone, isn't it? So it is the picture which is shown that joker's cap, it is of the right circular cone, which is of base you need width with 14 centimeter and you need height with 24 centimeter. Now you need to find the area of the sheet required to make 5 such caps. In the sense, how much sheet is required to you to make 5 such caps. Is the problem is clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
In the next stage, learner is exposed to a variety of experiences. These experiences may involve observations of events or objects, manipulations of materials, work with simulations, viewing a short video, etc. These experiences provide a common basis for all students such that their teacher can assist them in identifying and developing concepts and skills. Teacher will facilitate the learning by probing suitable questions. In classroom, learners could participate in discussions actively. Lesson planning should provide space for children's views and their observations. Even though the learner may not be solving the problem presented in the engage phase, he or she will be preparing all necessary ingredients for the solution. In the exemplar lesson, you can watch the learner with the help of teacher trying to analyze the shape of the faces of the right circular cone.
So now students, what we exactly have to find out in this problem? Yes, Samprit, what we have to find in this problem?
Area of the sheet required.
Area of the sheet required. Cone.
Surface area.
Good. So what exactly he said now? The last time he said?
Surface
Surface area.
area.
So you have all studied the surface area in your class 8?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So Chaitra, can you tell me what do you mean by surface area?
Area of the faces.
Sum of the area of the
Yes, exactly. It is sum of the areas of all the faces, isn't it? So in order to find the surface area of a cone, what do we need to find first?
surface area.
So we need to find the surface area. Of course, that is true. Surface area, how do you find surface area? Yes, how do you find the surface area? To find the surface area, first you need to know the faces, isn't it? Once if you know the faces, then what will you do next? No, faces once if you know, then what will you do next?
Yes.
We need to find out the area of each
Each
face
face.
that makes up the right circular cone.
Cone.
So what should be our next question then?
How many faces are there in the cone?
Okay, then
Which is the
yes.
face?
Are you getting it? He is telling what are the faces that makes up the right circular cone. To get that question, can you think about the what are the faces that makes up right circular cone? Say for example, let me take this is group 1 and this is group 2. Can you just discuss about what are the faces that makes up the right circular cone? Just discuss among yourself.
Face is just the faces. Bottom circle.
Bottom circle.
So group 1, tell me what are the faces that you can observe.
So bottom circular.
Okay. Just tell me the face that makes up the curved part of the right circular cone.
It's also circle.
Okay. So he says curved part is also.
A
Circle.
circle.
So you mean two circles are making up the right circular cone. So let us look at what exactly they have an answers. Yes.
So base circle.
Okay. So you two had base to be a circle. Then
And the curve part I think as a rectangle.
okay, good. So they have different answer. Curved part you have rectangle. So according to group 1, they say two circles makes up the right circular cone, and according to group 2, a circle and a rectangle makes up a right circular cone. Fine. So now let us look at the faces which makes up the right circular cone. So are you all ready to do an activity now?
Yes, sir.
Good. Yes. Students, now in front of you I had kept two cones which is made up of paper. I'll just give you these two scissors to you. You need to exactly cut the curved part on the marked line. You can observe there is a marked line on this cone. Yes? Cut
sir.
exactly on the marked line. Open the curved part and identify what is the, because you had the base part to be circle, that is fine. Let us look at the curved part. You yourself cut those curved parts and identify what is the face that makes up the curved part. So be very careful with the scissors. Cut the cone carefully and observe the curved part. Yes. Be careful while cutting. Yes. Now just place it on your book and try to identify what do you call that.
Sector.
Yes, sector, isn't it? Good. So now it's not a circle and it's not a rectangle. What is the curved part?
Sector.
It is a sector. So now you identified what are the faces that makes up the right circular cone. One is the sector,
Sector.
which makes up the curved part of the cone. Another one is circle,
Circle.
which forms the base part of the cone. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Our intention is we need to find out the total surface area of the right circular cone. Now first step is done. You identified the faces that makes up the right circular cone. Done. So let me show how exactly that makes up the right circular cone. Done. Yes, students, can you see the right circular cone here?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Do you observe that?
Yes,
Now you
sir.
observe by using a software called GeoGebra. I am going to open the net of the cone, in the sense that complete part faces I am going to open it. Observe carefully. Yes. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
So let me show it in another dimension. Can you observe that? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
What do you call this part?
Circle.
What do you call this part?
Sector.
Sector. So see, this is a way that the curved part is made up of a sector and the base part is a circle. Clear? Do you
Yes,
observe
sir.
this? Now we need to find out the total surface area of this right circular cone.
Yes.
You identified that a sector and a circle forms a right circular cone. So in order to find out the total surface area of a right circular cone, what you have to do now?
You have to find the area of a circle
Area of a circle,
and then
Sector.
area of the sector.
Sector.
So now, given the radius of a circle to be r, what is the area of the circle? Yes, Aishwarya?
It's a pi r square units.
Given the radius of a circle is r, so what is the formula to find out the area of a circle is? Pi r square units. Yes. Students, we know that surface area of a right circular cone, area of the base circle plus area of the sector. So already we have discussed the area of the circle given the radius r is pi r square units. So what is the area of a sector? Do you know what is the area of a sector?
No, sir.
Okay. So we do not know what is the area of a sector. So now let us try to find that too. How to find the area of a sector?
Hope you have watched the video. Now you can see that the students are provided with opportunity to explain their understanding of their experiences from the explore phase. The questions and discussions lead students to patterns, regularities and or similarities and prompt them to describe concepts of skills in their own words. Here we can observe that the lesson plan includes group activities in the engage phase. Learners are actively participating and discussing their observations in the group. Lesson plan gives a direction for the discussions. Teacher has to keep in mind what are the objectives to be achieved in this phase. Teacher uses ICT tools or learning materials for supporting or facilitating learners' discussions in this phase. In this particular lesson plan, at the end of the phase, learner will be able to deduce the formula for total surface area of a right circular cone.
Now you have seen the area, sector, right? So this is how the sector look like. In order to find out the area of a sector, I am going to divide this sector into many number of small pieces. Each piece will look like a triangle. So we have to divide it into many number of small pieces such that that base part should be like a line. Are you getting it? So let me show that. So can you see the sector part here? Yes. Now see that I am going to divide this into many number of small pieces. So you cannot observe in a very small way it is being dividing. So let me show that. Let me zoom it once and show. Yeah, now you can observe. So this is, I have switched on the animation. Yeah, can you see here? The small base part is a straight line. So now I have divided my entire sector into many number of small triangles. Done. Now for this sector, what do you think is a radius in terms of cone?
Height.
Think what kind of height? So let us see the dimensions of the right circular cone. So this is your radius and this is the height, and whereas this slant one you call it as slant height. So these are the dimensions, we are noting it for the cone. When you observe this sector, what is the radius of this sector in terms of cone?
Slant height.
What do you think, Aishwarya? Observe the net once again. So this was a slant height that you observed on closing. Now this is the radius of your sector. Once if you close that exactly be the slant height of your cone. Now we know that radius of this sector is nothing but slant height of cone. Since we divided this sector into many number of triangles, let me call the base of each triangle to be B1, B2 and so on. We know area of a sector is sum of areas of all the triangles, because I have divided this sector into many number of triangles. Once if I add up the sum of areas of all the triangles, that will be exactly equal to area of the sector. Now given for the each triangle, what is the height now?
Slant height.
Yes?
Slant height.
Slant height. So for each small triangle, L is a slant height, which is the radius. Which is nothing but height for the triangle. What is the base of first triangle?
B1.
B1. So given the base to be B1, height to be L, isn't it? What is the area of a triangle?
Half into BL.
What is the area of a triangle formula? Half of base times height. Here for the first triangle, base is B1, height is L. So now if you observe sum of areas of all triangles, now the area of the first triangle is half of B1L. Why? Because half of base of the first triangle is B1 and height of the first triangle is L.
L.
Plus when you go to the second one, same thing, half of, now the base of the second triangle is B2, height of the second triangle is
L.
L. Since it is L is nothing but the radius of the sector, now for each triangle the height remains same. Why? Because L is not going to change. So therefore this L remains same for the second triangle. Once when you go to the third triangle, now what is the base of the third triangle? Third triangle B3.
B3.
What is the height of the third triangle?
L.
Even here it remains the same. Can you tell me why does the L remain same from the first triangle to second triangle?
Because radius will be equal.
Yes. So what is the radius for this sector now?
L.
L. So L is nothing but the radius, and now height in the first triangle and the second triangle is nothing but the same L, isn't it? Good. Now what is common in all these terms?
L.
L, then half. Can you see that? So we can take out half and L common from all the terms. Once if we take that, half of L is common. What else is left out? In the first term I have
B1.
B1. In the second term I have
B2.
and so on. I will take out all the base parts. Now what is the sum of all these small bases? I suggest you to think of the net. You remember the net? That curved part of the sector, what exactly it was to the cone? Can you think about it? Yes, wait. Others? Imagine. You have the figures, open that once. Open that sector parts that you had cut. Yes. Once if you close it, that is exactly equal to what? For the with respect to the base part.
Circumference of a circle.
Do you get that? Very good. It is the circumference of the
circle.
Base circle. Are you getting it? So let me show that once again in the net. Yes. Now I asked you to find what is the sum of the base parts, which is nothing but the what is the this arc length, isn't it? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now once if I close it, slowly you observe this entire arc length is going to cover. Observe. Yes. Do you see that?
Yes.
Exactly, it is going to cover the circumference of the
Circle.
circle. So you already know that given the radius of the circle to be r, what is the circumference? Yes,
2
Chaitra?
pi r.
2 pi r,
R.
isn't it? So now when you take this complete bases b1 plus b2 plus b3 and so on, when you take this complete sum of bases, that is nothing but the arc length of this sector, isn't it? And that arc length of the sector was nothing but my circumference. That is nothing but length of the entire curved boundary was nothing but my perimeter or circumference of the
circle.
So now I can substitute this entire length of the curved boundary by
Circumference of a
so
circle.
that is nothing but
Circumference of a circle.
2 pi r. So now initially I had half of L, isn't it? Now I had 2 pi r to multiply with, therefore it is pi r L. So now curved surface area of the cone you got. It is nothing but
Pi r.
pi r.
L.
So what is r there?
Radius.
Radius of
Circle.
circle. What is L?
Slant.
Slant height of the cone. Now you know what is area of the circle? Nothing but base area
Pi r.
pi r square. Our question was to find out the surface area of the cone, which is nothing but sum of areas of faces that makes up cone. What are the faces? Aishwarya, what were the faces?
A sector.
A sector and
A circle.
a circle. Now you found out the area of the sector, which was nothing but the curved surface area of your cone, which was nothing but
Pi r L.
pi r L. And you know what is the area of the circle? What it is?
Pi r square.
So now to get the total surface area of the cone, what I should do?
We should add both. Plus
So we have to add the both. So therefore we know that area of the circle is pi r square. Area of the sector, that is nothing but the curved surface area of the cone, is pi r L. So now total surface area of a cone is nothing but base area plus curved surface area, which is nothing but pi r square plus pi r L. So what is common in these two terms?
Pi and
Pi
r.
r. So taking pi r common, you have r in the first term
And
plus L in the second term.
term.
So therefore the total surface area of the cone is
Pi r.
pi r of r plus L square units.
The next phase challenges students to extend their understanding or skills and or to practice them. Through new experiences at this time, students develop deeper understanding, an extended conceptual framework and improved skills. Some of the tasks such as solving new problem may be done as homework and discussed during the following class period. In this particular lesson plan, the problem in the engage phase is used to solve higher level problems. This particular problem uses an additional observation that the slant height, radius and height of the cone forms a right angled triangle.
So now let us look back to the problem. This is the problem. The joker's cap with the base width is 14 centimeter and height is 24 centimeter. Students, so you have noted down what is given.
Yes, sir.
What was the width?
14
centimeter.
They are given diameter.
They had given you diameter.
Diameter.
So write down diameter is equal to 14 centimeter. So diameter of what? Diameter of circle. Good. So given diameter is 14 centimeter, how do you find the radius?
Half of diameter is radius.
Yes? Do you get that, Deepak? It is? Radius is half of the diameter. Find out what is the radius of the base part. Yes.
7 centimeters.
Yes, do you get 7 centimeter?
Yes, sir.
Good. So now what else is given to you?
Height.
Height. What is the height given?
24 centimeter.
Okay. Now you have height, you have radius. He wanted just joker cap. For the joker cap, do you need the base part?
No.
No, because we will wear that, so you don't require it, isn't it? Now you need to find out only the curved surface area. So we found out curved surface area of the cone was nothing but what?
Pi r.
Pi r L,
L.
which was nothing but the area of the sector, isn't it? So now write down the formula. Curved surface area of the cone is nothing but pi r L. So now you can take pi to be 22 by 7. Yes, r is given, but how do you find L? Isn't it? Is L is given to you?
No, sir.
What they had given you? Height. So in the dimensions of the cone we had seen H, L are different. They had given you H and you need to find out
L.
How do you find it? So let us find what is the relation between slant height and height of a cone. Now once if you observe this, the cone, this is your radius, isn't it? This is your height and this is your slant height. How can I relate them? Just you imagine a cone with a triangle kind of thing inside, isn't it? When you join this H, R and L, you are going to get a triangle. Now you have R and you have H, and how do you find L? What kind of triangle you are going to observe there? Think.
Right angle triangle.
Yes. Do you observe this? Yes.
sir.
Now using a what is a shaded part here? What kind of triangle it is?
Right angle
Right
Do you
angle.
observe that? So now once if I move this, once if that right angle triangle is moving, what I am going to get there?
Curve size by area.
Isn't it? That is nothing but the cone that you are going to generate. So what is a triangle that you get inside the cone is? Right angle triangle. Yes. Now given a right angle triangle, so this R is given to you, H is given to you. How do you relate L?
Pythagoras theorem.
Exactly. Now what does the Pythagoras theorem state?
Square of other two sides sum up to the hypotenuse.
So
AC
is
square
it
is
hypotenuse or the square of the hypotenuse?
square of the
Square of the hypotenuse. In a right angle triangle, you see the hypotenuse. The square of the hypotenuse is nothing but sum of squares of other two
two
sides.
sides.
So that is nothing but. So what is the square of the hypotenuse here?
L square.
L square. That is equal to sum of the squares of other two sides, which is nothing but r square plus h square.
square.
Now given r and h, can you find L?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
sir.
Let us go back to our problem now. Yes. Now we need to find out the L, and we found that it is given by L square is equal to r square plus h square.
square.
Now can you find out what is L?
622 centimeter square.
So L equal 25.
Unit.
L equals 25 centimeter.
Okay. Now if you observe here, L is nothing but square root of r square plus h square, which is nothing but what is square of 7?
49.
What is the square of 24?
576.
So the sum of 49 and 576 is? So
625.
therefore square root of 625 is?
25.
So you got the length of that cone is? Is it length or slant height?
Slant height.
Yes, you have to call it as slant height. Now let us substitute this value in our formula. What was the formula?
Pi r L.
Pi r L. So now substituting pi to be 22 by 7 and r we know it is 7, multiply with slant height is 25. So Can you solve and tell me what is the value of it?
550 centimeters.
550?
Centimeters square.
Yes, Sri Lakshmi?
Sir, 550 centimeters square.
550 centimeter square. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So let us check it. Now substituting that value, we will get 22 by 7 times 7 times 25, which is nothing but 550 square centimeter or centimeter square. Now that 550 square centimeter was nothing but the surface area of one such cone, isn't it? But how many such cones we require?
5
So what we have to find now?
into 5.
Do that and tell me the answer. 5 times 550, which is nothing but 2750.
50.
So now we require, what is the area of sheet that we require to find 5 such, to make 5 such caps is nothing but 2750 square centimeter of sheet is
Required.
A constructivist classroom lay emphasis on thought process of the learner, which leads to the construction of knowledge. For that, evaluation should be an integral part of teaching learning process. Teacher evaluates each student through his or her questions in different phases. But this is not the only way of evaluation. Teacher observes the participation of the learner in various activities. Teacher observes learners' mathematical communication abilities, whether they can understand mathematical concepts presented using mathematical symbols, explain the problems or results in their own language, etc. At the same time, evaluation has to be used for the improvement of students' achievement. They should be able to assess themselves. Also, teacher can improve the teaching learning strategies on the basis of evaluation. Hence, even though evaluation is final phase of lesson plan, it has to be integral part of the teaching learning process. But at the same time, at the end of the lesson, teacher can use tasks like presenting problems which require application of concepts and skill to novel situations, constructing a concept map or taking a quiz or solving worksheets, etc. can be used.
So now let us see what exactly we have done today. Base area of the right circular cone was nothing but
Pi r square.
pi r square, isn't it? Then what was the area of the sector, which is curved surface area of a cone?
Pi r l square
Pi
centimeter.
r l square centimeter, isn't it? And then what was the total surface area of the cone?
Pi r in
Pi r
Pi r of
r
plus
L.
l.
so
Centimeter.
so what is the total surface area of a cone?
Pi r of r plus L.
Pi r of r plus l square unit. So here it is square centimeter that we found. It is square units that you can consider. So now how do you find the relation between slant height, height and radius of a cone?
By using Pythagoras
So by
theorem.
using Pythagoras theorem. So now I will give you small problems which you need to work out. Take down. Write all the faces of cone. Yes, Chaitra, what are the faces?
Circle and a sector.
Let me give you one small question. Given base radius 5 centimeter, slant height 10 centimeter of right circular cone, find the height of the cone. So what is the relation? What is given to you now?
Base radius and slant height.
So h is given, r is given to you, l is given to you. What do you need to find?
Height.
Height. So is there any relation that connects h, r and l?
L square equals H square plus R square.
So L square is equal to h square plus r square. So L is given to you?
No.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
So substituting L you will get, therefore what is h square?
75.
Isn't it? Once if h square is 75, what is h? Square root of
37.
75. You can just note down. Diameter of the base of cone 10.5 centimeter and its slant height is 10 centimeter. Find its curved surface area. So what is given?
Diameter
Slant height.
So diameter is equal to?
10.5.
So therefore what will be your radius?
5.25 centimeter.
Then what was your slant height?
10 centimeter.
10 centimeter. What do you need to find?
So
Curved surface area.
pi r L.
Pi r l. Very good. So 22 by 7 times. What is r?
5.25
5.25 times. What is l?
10 centimeter.
1155 by 7.
7.
That is correct. But units you have to be clear.
Square.
Centimeter square or square centimeter. So now you have a assignment question that you need to solve and submit tomorrow. So it's displayed on the screen. In this class we have learnt about how to find out the total surface area of a right circular cone. Of course we can find the curved surface area of the right circular cone. Adding up with the base area we will get the total surface area of a right circular cone.
The constructivist theory is based on the principle of encouraging students to construct and develop new knowledge by actively taking part in the teaching and learning process through interactions. Through 5E model lesson plan, we develop a series of activities through which students can develop and create their own knowledge. Hope you have enjoyed the session. Thank you.